Mrs. Van Fossen's line, you are the very first one. As I just showed, you're pulling in. Mrs. Van Fossen comes all the way over to this very first one. She has a cone sitting here. You guys make a line straight back. In the middle is Miss Edwards. You will make a line straight down the middle. Mrs. Jeffrey's class, you are over here for the third line. There is also a cone. You're making your line straight back. At 1 o'clock, Mrs. Van Fossen's line, you are the very first one. You are going to pull around. You guys go all the way up to those very first doors where the sign is. And Mrs. Van Fossen will get you out of the car. Please have your child unbuckled and ready to go. After her line's complete, Miss Edwards's line will then also come around. You are going to stop at this set of doors. Right here, Miss Edwards will come get your child out. After Miss Edwards's line is complete, then Mrs. Jeffrey, your We3 class, will pull around. And you are also going to that very first set of doors where the sign is. And Mrs. Jeffrey will get your child out. At 3:30, Mrs. Jeffrey dismisses before the other classes. So at 3:30, her line is going to move. And they're going to pull up to that very first set of doors that has the sign. After her whole class is done, then Mrs. Van Fossen's can move forward, and then Miss Edwards's can.